Do you know those cheap little handheld games you can purchase at some not so great stores such as Kmart or Walmart or Dollar Tree or Dollar General, stores like that? Well, I have two of them with me right now. I have a skateboarding game, and it's kind of shaped like a U. It has two buttons on the right side and a button on the left side. There's a graphic on the front. It seems to be a male with a red hat, and the lower half of his body is on the left side. There is a small screen in the middle, and it seems to be some sort of street. On the back, there is a speaker, and you have to turn it this way to read. It's by a company called Somehow, and there's an on and off button. I also have a soccer game. As you can see, it's a different shape from the skateboarding game. It also has a graphic on the front of the soccer ball on fire. There's two small buttons on the left, and then the big black button on the right, which contrasts with the red plastic. If you turn it over, you can see the speaker and the on and off button. And I thought we could play these games today. So let's start with let's start with the skateboarding game. I can turn it on. Here it is. Now, as you can see, these aren't the greatest games, but they were only $1. The objective in skateboarding is to collect trophies that you seem to have left on the ground, on a road full of potholes. It's not very exciting. You just kind of zone out while playing. There are not very many great LCD screen games. I have played some amusing ones, such as an old Batman game. It had a much larger screen than the games that I've shown you. Okay, right now we seem to have finished the level. So the Batman game had a quite larger screen. It played music. It was interesting, but not all that great. In the game, you just basically run to the right. You're Batman, of course, with your cape billowing behind you. And along the way, as you run, there would be enemies such as the Joker, I believe, and maybe Catwoman or Two-Face. I don't really remember because it's been quite a few years since I've actually played it. The screen on that game was much larger. As I said before, the sound was much more interesting than the boops in this game. The Batman game did get a little boring. I can't quite recall ever finishing the Batman game. I think I would get bored of the music or just tired of it, or maybe there was no ending. As I said, it was very many years ago when I was much younger. I would play that game perhaps on a rainy day, or perhaps maybe when I couldn't play my Game Boy. I had a red Game Boy. I didn't have very many games for it, but I played it very, very often. Now we've either lost or won, I'm not sure. And that was the end of the game. So we're going to set this game aside now and try the soccer game. Turn it on right here. And here we go. Now, the Batman game wasn't very good, as I said. It was still much better than this. I did have fun playing the Batman game. But my preference in LCD game was an Aladdin game. And it was quite fun. You could interact with different characters, get power-ups. I believe you had your monkey friend Abu with you. The genie made an appearance, and of course at the end you save the princess from evil Jafar. And at the end it was quite an intense boss fight that I can still remember. That was very pleasurable to play. I could play it for hours, just over and over again, trying to get a better score to finish it faster. Now in this soccer game, we just finished a level. You play as a goalie, blocking soccer balls, and getting in the goal. It's not very hard. As you can see, I just let it ball in, but sometimes you can just stand in one place and win. There's nothing more relaxing, though, than playing a handheld game on a rainy day. Besides maybe perhaps reading a book on a rainy day. But sometimes you're just not in the mood and you just want to play a video game. Perhaps you like to play a video game late at night and you can't sleep. That is my case. It is late at night. The whole house is quiet. It's dark out. The birds aren't chirping. They've all still asleep. And I'm sitting here saving these balls from going into my goal. It's quite thrilling. You could save him on another level. Let's play another. I've never actually really played soccer before. I have played some other sports, not on a team or anything, but I do remember enjoying field hockey quite a lot. Mostly because you could smack people in the shins with your stick on purpose, but then say it's an accident. That's a little secret. Because if they'd known I was doing it on purpose, well, that might not have gotten over very well. Now, in a real soccer game, balls don't come at you so fast. It can take hours and hours to even score one goal. This is a very fast-paced soccer game. but they don't seem very good at it since I've just stayed in the same position for the past 5 balls, not having to press a button at all. Sometimes it's just comforting to hear someone maybe perhaps across the room playing a game. You can hear the sounds of the game quietly booping or playing music, but not loud enough to be annoying. It's just nice knowing someone's there. Oh, I let it fall in. I broke my streak of saves. The company that makes these games also make a pinball game and a basketball game. I believe the basketball game is pretty similar to the soccer game, where you just block the ball from going in the hoop, but I could be mistaken. And we just completed another level. Well, I think that's enough. For now, we're going to turn the game off. I'll put these games away in a drawer. And that was soccer and skateboarding. I hope you enjoyed it.